Good morning, children. Welcome to your chemistry online class. We have reached a very new chapter. This chapter name is Redox reactions. Do you know what is redox reactions? Have you ever come across this word redox reaction? Yes. In your lower classes also you have studied about redox reaction. What do you mean by redox reaction? Redox. Redox is combined of two words, red and ox. What is these things? That is oxidation and reduction. Redox reaction are the combination of oxidation and reduction reaction. So what all things we have to know to learn this chapter? We should know what is oxidation and reduction. Okay? You may know so many definitions of oxidation and reduction. From our lower classes we are studying this. So by learning this lesson, you will be able to define oxidation and reduction and we will see how to identify oxidation number for various substances. Okay, we'll start. So the first objective is define oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen and hydrogen or gain or loss. So you may come across so many redox reactions around us. Can you give some examples? Yes. Combustion of gasoline, browning of freshly cut apple, corrosion of metals, photosynthesis, removal of stains at home, lighting of hair color. These all things are examples of redox reactions. Here you can see the apple is browning, corrosion, combustion, photosynthesis, these all are redox reactions. So, redox reactions are very important to our daily life. If you want to explain the daily life phenomena, we have to learn what is a redox reaction. So, we'll begin. So, either we can say redox reactions involves a transfer of electrons. Whenever a redox reaction occurs, there will be transfer of electrons. These reactions are oxidation is always accompanied by reduction. Not only oxidation but also reduction. Then only we can call it as a redox reaction. There should be both oxidation and reduction. We'll see some definitions of oxidation. What is oxidation? We can define oxidation in certain ways. It gains oxygen or it loses hydrogen or it loses electron or it increases its oxidation state. We can define oxidation as oxidation is gaining of oxygen or oxidation is losing of hydrogen or oxidation is losing of electrons or oxidation is increasing its oxidation state. If we say that a substance is oxidized, that means these four things. This all ways we can define oxidation. We will see one by one. Oxidation in the terms of gaining of oxygen. If you check this example, you can see calcium and oxygen combine together to give the compound calcium oxide. What is exactly happened here? Calcium and oxygen. We got calcium oxide. What changes occurs to this calcium? So by the end of the reaction, we can see there is a gaining of oxygen. Here only calcium. After the reaction, gaining of oxygen. So calcium has gained oxygen. So it oxidized to calcium oxide. So it is a gaining of oxygen. So calcium oxidized to calcium oxide. This process is called oxidation. So oxidation is gain of oxygen The second one is oxidation is loss of hydrogen or oxidation of gain of oxygen. We'll see. In this example, methane. After the reaction, methane is combined with oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide and water. If you see this reaction, the carbon having no oxygen in the methane. But after the reaction, carbon dioxide having two oxygens. So it gained oxygen. So we can say that methane is oxidized to carbon dioxide. So oxidation can be defined as gaining of oxygen. Then oxidation is loss of hydrogen. How it will be? We'll see by an example. Here ammonia. Ammonia and cuprous oxide reacted together to give nitrogen, copper and water. Look at this reaction. Here ammonia having totally 2 into 3 6 hydrogens. After the reaction, if you check this ammonia, it converted to nitrogen. If there is any hydrogen, no. It loses his hydrogen. It lost its hydrogen. So we can say that ammonia is oxidized to nitrogen. Why we can say that? Because ammonia lost its hydrogen to become nitrogen. So we can define oxidation as loss of hydrogen. Another type of definition. Oxidation is loss of electrons. If there is no hydrogen and oxygen present, in such compounds what will happen? How can we define oxidation? In such cases, we can say that when a substance loses electrons during a reaction, it is oxidized. For example, if we check here, magnesium and chlorine, it forms magnesium chloride. We'll see next slide. Okay. Magnesium and chlorine, which gives magnesium chloride. We know the electronic configuration of magnesium is 12. Its atomic number is 12. So what will be the electronic configuration? 2A2. What is the case of chlorine? Its configuration is 287. So in order to attain the stability, it should donate 2 electrons. It should gain 1 electron, but here 2 electrons, so we need 2 chlorine atom. That's why it is magnesium MgCl2. 1 magnesium with 2 chlorine. So if it donates 2 electron, it is donating. If an atom or element donating 2 electrons, it will gain 2 plus charge. So magnesium donating, losing 2 electrons, it's getting 2 plus charge. Chlorine accepting electron, if a substance accepts its electron, it will get negative charge. These all are basic things you know. So what will the equation? Magnesium donates 2 electrons, so it became magnesium 2 plus. So in this reaction, magnesium atom has been oxidized to form magnesium ions. The charged species are known as ions. So magnesium loses electrons. Any substance which loses electrons are oxidized. This process is known as oxidation. We'll see another reaction. Copper and silver nitrate, which give copper nitrate and silver. Here which substance is oxidized? Copper or silver? How we can understand? The ionic equation for this reaction is copper plus 2Ag plus given. This is the ionic equation. So each copper atom losing electrons. After the reaction, we can see that Cu2 plus. Copper became Cu2 plus. So it loses electrons and becomes copper ion. So it is oxidized. Which atom accepting electrons, it will reduce, that we will see. And another example, oxidation, increase in oxidation state. The oxidation state is the charge of an atom, of an element as an ion in a compound. It is also known as oxidation number. I hope you know how to calculate oxidation number. So what are the definition of oxidation? Gaining of oxygen. So the reduction will be opposite to this. Oxidation is gaining of oxygen. So what will be the reduction? It is loss in oxygen. Oxidation is loss in hydrogen. So what will be the reduction? Gain in hydrogen. Loss in electron, gain in electron. Increase in oxidation state, that is oxidation. So decrease in oxidation state is reduction. So the opposite. So there is an easy idea to remember this. Oil. Oil means oxidation is loss. Oil. Oxidation is loss. Rig. This is the short form. Rig. Reduction. Reduction is gain. So in the terms of electron, now standardly we are using this one. Oxidation is losing of electron. Reduction is gaining of electron. So you should remember this. So okay children, thank you. This is all about oxidation and reduction. We will see how to calculate oxidation number.